Guys, welcome to today's video. In today's video, I'm going to be going over, well, what I've been up to these last 5 weeks, basically, right? 3-4 weeks ago, I went down to Vegas with my partner, John Franco. We were really just down there to network and raise capital for his software company. And essentially, things turned out pretty good. We made a lot of crazy connections, and I'm talking about powerful connections with some powerful individuals. Not just for the capital, but just for what they have access to and what they are offering to give us access to in the future, which is pretty cool. Down there, I met some pretty high net worth individuals. I'm talking 8, 9, and even 10 figures, right? That's billionaire level. I actually sat down and spoke to him for at least almost 2-3 hours, believe it or not. And it's crazy, right? The journeys that some people have had to get to where they are. And realistically speaking, whether you believe it or not, I don't really care. Me personally, I know what that meant speaking to him. I even recorded the audio the entire time just so I can play it back and just listen to his story, listen to who he is, how he became who he is, how he got to where he's at. And it's crazy, man, the things that some people have been through. And I'm not really gonna expose his name. If you know me personally, maybe I'll tell you the name, but I'm not just gonna. I mean, he also has a pretty massive YouTube channel, believe it or not. The dude's a powerhouse, right? Dude owns he has 56 different income streams. It's actually pretty crazy, right? But look, Vegas was pretty cool. We actually did some networking in a shooting range, right? We were shooting guns and talking, having fun. And just getting to know each other, talking business, seeing opportunities of where where we could work with each other or not. One dude even invited me to his ranch, which is pretty crazy, right? To ride horses, right? So that's pretty cool. And that's another high net worth individual. It's crazy when you get in certain circles, who you meet, what you get offered, and what opportunities come your way because you take. I don't want to say just me, but we took the opportunity to put ourselves out there. How did we get to Vegas? Well, one of my mentors from the past, I actually connected him with my current mentor, which is also John Franco, and they started talking and they saw that, hey man, let's make some magic happen. He asked us to go to Vegas, so we went to Vegas, and then that opportunity was presented to us to not only pitch for the software but also meet new and interesting and exciting, powerful powerhouse people in the business world. I'm talking people with crazy connections, which of course that was lit. Now, did I have fun with some other people? Yeah, we met some interesting people down there as well. And we tried our best to enjoy ourselves. Now, coming back from Vegas, things kind of went a little bit sloppy, right? For me, it was like the environment changed. I didn't like it, right? It wasn't just the fun. It wasn't just the people meeting out there. It was the mindset, right? The way these people were talking, the way they were communicating with each other, the way they were just at a much higher frequency rate compared to, the people I was around most of the time when I'm home and things like that, right? I started to despise how complacent I was becoming and how lazy I was becoming due to my hometown, right? I wasn't born there, but due to my hometown. And really just my environment, right? Who I was around and what I was doing on a day-to-day basis, right? 2023, I started the year with a bang, right? I closed a massive business contract. And after that, I didn't really push much further due to who I was with relationship-wise and just who I hang around and, and my current environment. Now, you see me darting my eyes to the left, or to the right, it's just me reading some of my guiding lines and notes so I can keep track for the video. And, I didn't really push much further. I got a little bit complacent towards the middle of the year. And of course, things started to go back up again because I made a new connection and, we partnered up and we just started doing some cool things together, right? And I'm not saying that the area I live in is a poor or a bad area. It's just nothing there motivated me anymore, right? It wasn't pushing me to be better. It wasn't pushing me to want more out of life, right? And that's not to say that my vision isn't big, that what I want isn't big, but your environment will drag you down if you let it, right? Your environment will drag you down if you let it drag you down. And I was not having it, right? So I made the decision, right, towards the end of the year, literally a couple weeks ago, I made the decision to move out. A couple days ago, I made the decision to move out of my parents' house. I'm 21 years old. They were absolutely not happy about it. My parents are extremely traditional, meaning that you're supposed to stay with your parents until you get married, right? You're supposed to stay with your parents until you're much older, right? Not at 21 years old, which is completely fair. I respect it. I understand the perspective, and I was just not having it, right? And that's not to say that I had problems with my parents. We have a pretty good relationship. It's not to say that I had problems with anybody in the house or anything like that. I just could not continue to be there because there were days where I would wake up and I would stay in bed and I would just not really do that much work. I would go to the gym, I would do work, but it was just not an environment where I felt the need to work because I was getting comfortable, right? And comfort is literally a drug, guys. Like, most of you do not realize that comfort is a drug. And it's one of those things where you need to get it out of your system in order to grow, right? Which is why this video is really based around erasing the old me, right? I cut my hair because I wanted to have a more professional look and things like that. I've been contemplating that decision for a couple months now. So I just went and did it. So because I was like, you know what, let me just let go of the old me, right? And I kind of just forced myself to move out because I needed the new environment. I needed to be closer to the studio and the office because, again, being home, I would be driving, a few, I'd say too long, right? Too long just to get to the office and start working. Because working from home for almost 2-3 years is completely different than being in an office because now I'm able to be more driven. I'm able to be more focused on exactly what I need to be doing, right? Working from home is great and all, but me personally, it's not for me. At least not right now, right? Maybe future Duno is going to say something else, right? But look, so I moved out and, I contemplated on that decision for over 2 years, right? On whether I should stay and grind and just stack my money by living with my parents or if I should move out and then just stack and grind, right? And ultimately, I ended up just moving out at this stage because I knew it was a necessary step to take in order to get to new levels and new heights, right? I needed a new environment and I wanted to just be in a new environment that forced me to levels up, right? So in time, right, my mentor, he helped me find the right location to make the move happen, right? And this literally broke my parents' heart because they were not having it, right? Even a few nights ago, my dad had me speak in front of my entire family. I'm talking about his brothers, his sisters, which are my aunts, my uncles, my grandma, right? They were all there, and it was kind of just tough, but it forced me, right? It forced me to stand on my goals, my mission, and my vision of what I want, right? It was an opportunity to really stand on what I believed, to really stand on what I wanted and defend myself, right? Most people, most entrepreneurs don't really get the opportunity to do this because they are so comfortable, right? And give me 1 second. I gotta respond to this message real quick. But look, guys, it's just one of those things that needed to happen, right? And making it happen has forced me to just be like, wow, I really want this thing because, the old me wouldn't have stood up and defended myself that way, right? I stood up, I defended myself. I was like, look, guys, I understand what you're saying. I understand what you want. I understand your perspectives, but this isn't going to happen, right? I'm making this move and it's going to happen regardless of what you guys say because this is going to lead to me eventually helping each and every one of you in the ways that you need in the future. Right, so I made the move happen. I had to make it happen, and so it's a pretty nice location. I like it, and it's maybe I'll do some posts in there on Instagram, but I won't really like do a vlog video or anything like that. But yeah, look. So now I'm kind of get into the direction of my personal brand and the direction of the company and where we're heading. Right. So now you guys have seen me talk about business, operations, systems, appointment setting, sales, and things like that. Right now, I'm adding a new piece to the mix, which is business funding, business credit, and getting credit lines in order to fund your business, right? Whether you're looking to start a business or to scale your business, right? So that's a new topic I'm going to be adding and just focusing my personal brand more on helping you guys just by documenting myself, right? Documenting what I'm doing, what I'm learning. Like currently, I'm in monk mode, right? Which is I'm clearing all the distractions. I eliminated coffee. I'm hitting the gym every single day. I've always done that, but now I'm doing it even more. I'm actually working out with a crew of people now that it's much more, it's just more driving, right? Because I'm not working out by myself anymore. I'm working out with, a group of people. So it's a little bit of different environment. So if you guys see me get, a lot bigger these next couple months, you'll know why, right? And again, I'm completely natural. I love my genetics. You know, I love Haitian food, right? I'm Haitian. So it's allowing me to keep a good looking body while being natural. I don't ever want to take anything because I've seen what happens to bodybuilders and I don't want that to happen to me. You know, I've seen a lot of people pass away just from the things that they take, and I'm not taking that risk, right? That's a risk that I'm not looking to take at all. And yeah, and look, this channel has always been me documenting who I am, what I'm doing, what I'm planning on doing, what actions I'm taking, why I'm taking those actions. And you know, I want you guys to continue to pay attention, because if you do pay attention, you'll grow along with me, right? You'll grow along with us, right? Even the podcast, right? We finished season 1, we've wrapped up season 1 of the podcast. Season 2 is on the way, and that's going to be coming potentially January, potentially February, potentially March, right? Who knows, right? Stay tuned for that. And yeah, that's really it for this one. And I know my eyes were kind of darting around. I'm still trying to get used to this new setup again. So yeah, talk to you guys soon.